guys, welcome back to Millennial Sales Masters. So today we're going to be going over 3 tips to overcoming objections. I've had a lot of people comment and ask me questions about how do you overcome objections, and it seems like the advice I'm getting from my managers are really outdated ways of overcoming objections. They're just not feeling like the ways they're trying to overcome objections are being effective. So we're going to talk a little bit about 3 tips to overcoming sales objections that you get from clients. But first I want you guys just to kind of see where we're at. We're at the Waldorf Astoria at Boca Raton in Florida. It's absolutely beautiful. I just want to encourage you, if you're selling a product, you have to have conviction over the product you're selling. You have to believe in it. You have to experience it, because when you have conviction and believe in the product, it really is powerful in how it transfers over to your clients. So if you don't believe in the product that you're selling, and if you don't have conviction over it, my advice is walk, because it's not worth the damage to you. It's not worth having the poor results. It's just not a good deal. So I would say if you don't have conviction over the product you're selling or figure out, just walk, go somewhere else, find a product you believe in. We don't leave your job until you have a new one unless you can afford to do it. And then if you can't afford to do it, enjoy it. I love taking time off, love enjoying life, right? So 3 tips to overcoming objections. Let's talk about this. So first of all, when people come in with an objection, they're coming in usually with objections they have before they've heard anything you have to say. So they don't anticipate when they come in that they're going to have an emotional state of mind. They don't understand that they're going to have a mental change of mind. They don't understand that you're actually going to be effective in selling them and getting them interested, right? So all these objections they have, they're kind of like bullets that they're designed to use against you before the battle, but they don't realize that maybe those bullets aren't going to be as effective. But nevertheless, you are going to get objections, right? So let's talk about objections. Some objections are, hey, I got to put my kids in college. Some objections are, well, I'm waiting till I retire. Some objections are, oh, well, I'm just in a lot of debt right now. I can't afford to do it. Or, there's just so many objections. The objections go on. So the most important tip I'm going to share with you about overcoming objections is this. They're all the same doors down the hallway. What I mean by that is if you're walking down a hallway, right, there's just a bunch of open doors, right? Well, they're all the same doors. Those are all objections. And if you, as a sales master, close the doors down the hallway, when you get down to the end of the hallway, the only thing left to overcome should be the money and the affordability, which can be overcome. It's an objection you can figure out for them unless they're dead broke. And if they're dead broke, then quite honestly, there's nothing you could have done anyways, right? But bottom line is if you think about objections in a way that you're never going to get any new objections once you hear them all, then you should want to master every way of overcoming an objection. And there's so many different ways to overcome each objection. So I would like it if you guys would comment below what objections you're getting, what you feel like you need a different way of overcoming it, because there's typically several ways to overcome every objection, right? So best way to overcome objection is 1, just know. The first tip is just know that every objection you can overcome. And they're all the same. They're just delivered different ways, but you're going to hear the same ones over and over again. So be excited to learn all of the objections and be excited to know how to overcome each of those objections, right? So we can actually overcome every single objection and give you different ways of attacking those objections. If you guys will just subscribe, like, and comment below, I'll do a whole video just live, just addressing these objections that you get, right? So number 1, just know you can overcome objections. Be excited about it. I think if you change your mindset to objections, it's going to make a huge difference. So number 1, just be excited to learn every objection and know you can overcome all of them. Number 2, best way to overcome objections is listen. God gave you 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen to the objection and don't be emotionally affected by the objection. When somebody says, oh, I got my kids in college, the deal's not over. It doesn't mean they're not going to buy. Don't have an emotional reaction. A lot of times, salespeople are like, somebody goes, yeah, I can't buy. I've got 2 kids in college. The next one's ready to go into college. And the salesperson's like, oh, defeated, right? Like, oh man, now I'm done. I'm not going to be able to sell them. No, that's not what that means. it's just a bunch of garbage, because at the end of the day, where are they? They're on vacation, they're spending money, they haven't given up their $200-300 cell phone bill, they haven't given up their Netflix membership, they haven't given up their Starbucks usage. People find money for things they want. And let's be honest, I don't know what company you work for, but we can find something that's affordable for anybody. So second tip, don't be emotionally affected by the objection, right? That's huge, because if you get emotionally affected, man, that's going to affect how you present. It's going to take you from the position of power to a position of weakness, right? Because you're thinking, my efforts are futile. So you got to have a short-term memory, delete it, hear them, and just say, hey, I understand, you know what, I have a lot of clients who have kids in college. But one thing that, a lot of my clients realize is they realize that, gosh, you know what, I don't want to miss out on making memories with my kids just so I can put them in college. Maybe there's a way for me to enjoy my kids, get the best time with them through their younger years, and still get them into college. And maybe that works for you guys, and maybe it won't. Maybe you'll be the family, guys, that doesn't take your kids on any vacations. And you're like, you know what, forget making memories with my family, I just want to put them in college. And if that's you, totally okay, right? But for a lot of my clients, they want to enjoy their family, they want to enjoy their kids, and they're going to figure out a way to put them in college, whether it's a scholarship or putting savings aside or whatever. But, vacation ownership's not for everybody, right? So what just happened there, right? What happened there is I dealt with an objection, pretty much, timeshare verbiage, I guess, wreck them, put them in their place, that it should be something that's of high priority, and it's high priority for a lot of people, and there's a lot of benefits to that priority, but maybe that's not for them, and now I'm taking it away, right? So a lot's going on. I'm building value, and I'm letting know other people have done what they think they can't do. I'm letting them know why they've benefited from it, and then I'm telling them, but maybe that's not for you. And psychologically, so much has happened there. The client's gone from, oh my gosh, I have this objection, to maybe this isn't an objection. Wait, other people overcome the objection. Wait, other people have benefits from overcoming the objection. Now the sheep mentality comes in, where they're like, oh, I'm a sheep. I'm just like everybody else, which people love that. They don't want to be the only person. But if everybody else is doing it, well, maybe they can do it. Then they get all warm and cozy and comfortable with it, and then you take it away, right? And now people want what they can't have, right? And at the same time, you haven't offended them. You haven't, been aggressive. You haven't been forceful. You weren't emotionally changed from what they said. You heard the objection. You made a comment. You planted a seed, right? And then you showed them, that it's maybe not for them. So number 2, don't be emotionally affected by objections, right? Number 3 best way to overcome an objection, okay, is simply to find out if these people are motivated by hope for gain or fear of loss, right? And build your way you overcome that objection based on that. And everybody's different, but I will say this. Most people are not motivated by hope for gain. I wish they were. It would make our job a lot easier. But the truth is, most people are motivated by fear of loss. So if you can structure the way you overcome objections based on fear of loss, I believe it'll generate a higher closing percentage. It'll help you overcome more objections, right? So what does that mean, fear of loss? How do I use fear of loss to overcome an objection? It's really simple, guys. Most reasons people say no for all objections is because there's a time curve. It's they're a honeymoon couple, they haven't bought a home. It's, well, we're raising a family right now, we can't do it. It's, well, my kids are in college. It's, well, I'm preparing for retirement. It's, I'm retired now and I have no money, right? But all the objections, if you think about every objection, most of them fall within the time curve of life. And at the end of the day, you can always create fear of loss based on the time curve. And I'll do another video on the time curve and the objections that fall in between. But the third best way to overcome an objection, guys, is find out if they're hope for gain motivated or fear of loss motivated, and structure your rebuttals to their objections in a way that taps into fear of loss based on that, right? So hopefully that helps. Those are just 3 simple tips. I got to get back to my vacation because my family's ready to go walk around this beautiful resort and hang out. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe, comment below, and we'll continue to do videos, and look forward to seeing you guys here next time.